Hello everyone, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. I hope you are having a fabulous week. This is a holiday week, so we don't really have much happening in the markets in equity segment and in the commodity segment. The markets are essentially closed, but forex is a market which never sleeps, and not even on the weeks where most of the traders are away from the market celebrating with their friends and families. So let us get to the task and see how we can use one interesting candle formation. The name is Three Black Crows. From name, you can make a assessment that this formation is essentially a formation which is going to give you the idea of the trend when the trend is likely, or you can even use it as a confirming factor. The trend is turning bearish, or it has, you can say, even has actually turned bearish. So this indicator can be utilized to look for short selling opportunities whenever you have a bearish view, and that view is being confirmed by this candle formation. You can of course start looking for the opportunities to exploit the situation to your advantage. So let us now head to the JForex 4, the newly released trading platform from the Dukascopy Bank SA. This is the Euro USD chart drawn on the hourly time frame. And if you want to know where this indicator can be found, all you have to do is go to this and indicator option. Here you will see the pattern recognition, and we have three black crows just below the two crows which I explained to you in the last session. Prior to that, we had already seen the use of ascending triangle pattern. Now we will be looking at these various formation in coming days. So today we have our hands full with this formation to discuss and talk about. You can raise your queries, you can share your ideas in the feedback while the session is live. So do that if you feel like participating and make this session more interactive. Now let's plot this, and if you know the names formation, all you have to do is type in E black crows and you get three black crows. No, not really. You don't really get any black crow. You will only see the engulfing pattern surrounding the candle, which will give you the confirmation of the three black crows. Now this is the Euro USD chart with the hourly as its time frame for the formation. So let us go back in time and see where we can find this three black crow formation. So far, I haven't been that fortunate. Oh, it's taking quite long. Interesting. So one thing is for sure that this formation doesn't really repeat that often. Whenever it is going to occur, it's going to be a rare instance, as I can see from the chart. Let's reduce the time frame. Let's go it to 5 minutes each. All right, somewhere it should appear. No, that's interesting now. All right. Mm-hmm. We have scanned the chart of almost a month, and yet we are not able to find a single instance of this three black crows formation, even on the 5 minute time frame. Okay, let's change the time frame then. Let's make it 10 minutes. Somewhere we should get the formation. Okay, finally we found it. And here we have two instances of this three black crow formation. This essentially is a combination of the candles where you have three consecutive candles with the bearish formation, the closing value is below the opening price, and there is significant difference between the opening and the closing price. So essentially you need three long bearish candles for the confirmation of the three black crows. That's how this name is derived. Bearishness has been interpreted as the black and it is not necessarily, you can say, indicative of anything, because you can always profit from the bearishness also. So you don't really have to say that the bearishness is signifying some doom or something. We can always profit from the bearishness also. All we have to do is get that bearish trend right, and then we can have our account in the green even if the candlesticks are in red. So that's the essential part of trading, and that's what we are trying to do here, to figure out the opportunities where we are likely to have significant amount of profit if we happen to be on the right side of the trade. And of course we shouldn't be losing too much money if we happen to be wrong. So here we got these two instances in a short span of time, and here all these three candles have their closing value which are significantly lower compared to the opening price. So this difference between the opening price and closing price is essential, because suppose here if we look at this instance, here we don't really have that much of an difference between the opening and the closing price. Otherwise we also have three consecutive candles, and in this instance this difference is only growing. So that is essential requirement in this formation. So that interprets that we have this bearishness, and that bearishness is also sustaining itself, as we have three instances in the successive candle where the selling pressure is higher, that selling pressure is pushing the prices lower, and that price momentum is also being sustained, and that is happening thrice. So you have triple confirmation, you can say, in that way also. So with this confirmation in place, all you have to do is then start looking for the entry point. And I feel once you get the confirmation, all you can do is rely on immediate swing high to act as a resistance, near term resistance. So if you provide good enough buffer on the higher side prior to this immediate swing high, I think that should be a good idea to go ahead with this trade. So once we get this confirmation, all we have to do is look for the price, entry price, which is as close as possible to this immediate swing high, while keeping the stop loss with good enough buffer. You can see what is the range in prior period in immediate vicinity, and depending on that range you can come up with a good enough buffer price for keeping the stop loss, and then you can go for the initiation of the trade. So this is a formation which is simple, and if you have any query or any idea to share regarding this formation, you can write to me even right now at the chat box, and I would be happy to take the discussion forward in that regard. So that will make session interesting. And as we don't really have much going on in the market today, we can say we have plenty of time and nothing to do. This is the holiday week, so most of us are having free time, and I hope that free time is also quality time for most of us. Now, as I explained to you, this formation with its simplicity and its ease of spotting on the chart, you can always rely on it. Of course, no formation is foolproof. This signal generated can also lead to the losses if the trade happens to end on the wrong side, and that is also a possibility. But all we have to worry about is making those losses as low, as small as possible, and then trade with the understanding that this formation can also be wrong, but it can also be right, and all we have to do is try to optimize the gains and minimize the losses moving forward with this formation. So this is the instance which we found on the 10 minutes. Let's try out different time frame combinations if we can spot the similar formation on other time frame like 30 minutes. So far no luck. All right, we will change the candlestick time frame again. Let's try 4 hourly. and even on the 4 hourly we are finding it very difficult to get a single instance. So this is a rare combination. It won't be forming too often in the market. So whenever it will form, you can be fairly confident, not overconfident, not underconfident, but fairly confident that you have the chance of profiting from this formation. And all you have to do is place your trades accordingly. So that's all from my side for today's session. If any of you have any query or any idea to share, you can write to me in the feedback, and I would be more than happy to take the discussion forward. For further coverage of the market developments, do check out the Dukascopy Analytics page. We are also available on the Facebook. You can reach out to us there too for trying out this newly released trading platform. The link has been included in the bio. So give it a try and let me know how it works out for you. So that's all from my side for today's session. I will be back tomorrow with a new candle formation, and it will be interesting one. I guess we will see how we can utilize to form our trading decision whether to go long or whether to go short. We can always rely on this candlestick formation to guide us through these always volatile dynamic price action data. So that's all from my side for today. See you tomorrow with a new formation. Do come back. Thank you all for joining. Goodbye.